Welcome to the Bizprint tutorial series. In this series, we will explain the available features of this platform and how to work with it. In this video, we will cover how to work with the Avery element in the edit template page. An Avery element is one of the container elements. Its job is to format its children in a way that the printed pages can be used on Avery label papers. Note that if we start off by adding an Avery element to a page that already has some existing elements inside that page, we will see, or that the page size is not of letter size, we will see a compatibility dialog mentioning that what the ideal specifications of the page and the page sizes are. For example, in this instance, it does ask us if we would like to add this Avery element on a new page, and after we click yes, it adds a new page and allows us to add the Avery element with it. And as soon as the element is added, it automatically fills up the entirety of the page. We can still change the page size, and the elements will configure the number of its labels based on the page size that it goes to. For example, if I click on A5, it only allows up to 8 labels. But if I go back to a letter size, it will be more than that. If the Avery label element that we're creating is a non-dynamic element, then we will see a print repetition property on the properties sidebar. This property indicates how many labels we would like to print. For example, in this case, 4 or 5. The label shape property of this element determines whether the labels are squares, rectangles, or zebras. And after that, the label size property determines what the size of each label should be. Note that some page sizes cannot support some label sizes, and thus these label sizes will not be available for selection. Apart from that, the list of label sizes are the standard Avery label sizes from the Avery brand. The Avery label cannot be resized nor repositioned. It always remains relatively positioned to the page as well. We will only determine how each label of this element will be positioned, with their size and other properties. Note that we may use dynamic or non-dynamic elements inside the block of this Avery label. I'm going to quickly bring it back to a bigger size and add such elements to it. For example, text, and a barcode that says barcode, and place them right on top of each other. There we go. Right. And as you can see, only the very first block, or rather the label of this Avery element, is visible by default. That would indicate that as we configure the position and the sizes of each of these elements inside this label, all the other labels would follow the exact copy of this element. Note that for dynamic Avery elements, the values of these properties, which are dynamic, will be different on each of the labels for this Avery label element. And with that, this is the end of the tutorial for the Avery label element for edit template page of the Bizprint panel. Thank you for watching.